Tops and Bottoms. The author and the illustrator is Janet Stevens. I like this book because it goes from top to bottom instead of side to side. And you can see, what do you think might be in our story? What are these? Right, vegetables. And what letter does vegetable start with? V. Okay. Tops and bottoms. You can see that some vegetables grow on top of the ground, like the lettuce and the celery. And some vegetables grow beneath the ground or at the bottom, like carrots and radishes and rutabaga. And others just have their roots under the ground. Tops and bottoms. Once upon a time, there lived a very lazy bear who had lots of money and lots of land. His father had been a hard worker and a smart business bear, and he had given all his wealth to his son, but all Bear wanted to do was sleep. Now, far down the road lived a hare. What's another word for a hare? Right, a rabbit. Although Hare was clever, he sometimes got into trouble. He had once owned land too, but now he had nothing. He had lost a risky bet with a tortoise and had sold all of his land to Bear to pay off the debt. Hare and his family were in very bad shape. "The children are so hungry, Father Hare. We must think of something," Mrs. Hare cried one day. So Hare and Mrs. Hare put their heads together and cooked up a plan. Look at all those baby rabbits. There's Bear and Mr. Hare and Mrs. Hare. The next day, Hare hopped down the road to Bear's house. Bear, of course, was asleep. "Hello, Bear, wake up. It's your neighbor, Hare, and I have an idea." Bear opened one eye and grunted. "We can be business partners," Hare said. All we need is this field right here in front of your house. I'll do the hard work of planting and harvesting, and we can split the profit right down the middle. Yes, sir, Bear, we're in this together. I'll work and you sleep." "Huh?" said Bear. "So, what will it be, Bear?" asked Hare. "The top half or the bottom half? It's up to you, tops or bottoms." Let's see," Bear said with a yawn. "I'll take the top half, Hare." "Right, tops," Hare smiled. "It's a done deal, Bear." So when Hare plants crops or vegetables in the field, Bear said he'll take the top and Hare gets the bottom. Oh, there's Bear again, snoozing. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. Hare planted, Mrs. Hare watered, and everyone weeded. That means they picked all the weeds. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! You get the tops, and I get the bottoms." Harvest means that it's time to pick the plants. They're ready to be picked. Oh my, look at that mess. There's all the tops that Bear got. What was on the bottom then? Hare and his family dug up the carrots, the radishes, and the beets. Hare plucked off all the tops, tossed them into a pile for Bear, and put the bottoms aside for himself. What do you think is the better part? Is the top the best part, or is the bottom the best part? I agree. I think the bottom where the carrots and the beets and the radishes all grew, that's the best part. Oh, look at Bear. Bear stared at his pile. But Hare, all the best parts are in your half. You chose the tops, Bear, Hare said. Now, Hare, you've tricked me. You plant this field again. And this season, I want the bottoms. Hare agreed. It's a done deal, Bear. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded. I wonder what they're going to plant this time. What's Bear doing? Still snoozing. Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for harvest, Hare called up, "Wake up, Bear! You get the bottoms and I get the tops." Which will be better this time, I wonder? Will it be the tops or the bottoms like last time? Hare and his family gathered up the lettuce, the broccoli, and the celery. Hare pulled off the bottoms for Bear and put the tops in his own pile. Okay, so here's Hare's pile. The celery, the lettuce, the broccoli. So what does Bear get? Uh-oh, Bear gets all the roots. Do people eat those? But that's what grew on the bottom. And Hare got what grew on the top. What do you think about Hare? Is he tricking Bear? I think he might be. Bear looked at his pile and scowled. "Hare, you have cheated me again." "But Bear," Hare said, "you wanted the bottoms this time." Bear growled. "You plant this field, Hare. You tricked me twice, and you owe me one season of both tops and bottoms." "You're right, poor old Bear," sighed Hare. "It's only fair that you get both tops and bottoms this time. It's a done deal, Bear." He's going to get the tops and bottoms. I wonder if this will be a better deal for Bear. Oh, there he is again. So Bear went back to sleep, and Hare and his family went to work. They planted, watered, and weeded, then watered and weeded some more. But Bear slept as the crops grew. When it was time for the harvest, Hare called out, "Wake up, Bear! This time you get the tops and the bottoms." What did he grow this time? Corn, right? Corn on the cob. Look how it grows in the husk. There in front of Bear's house lay a high field of corn. Hare and his family yanked up every corn stalk. Hare tugged off the roots at the bottom and the tassels at the top and put them in a pile for Bear. Then he carefully collected the ears of corn in the middle and placed them in his own pile. Bear rubbed his eyes and watched. "See, Bear, you get the tops and the bottoms. I get the middles. Yes, sir, Bear, it's a done deal." What do you think about that? Did Hare trick Bear again? Hare got the bottoms, the roots, and the tops. Uh-oh. And Hare gets the middles. Oh boy. By now, Bear was wide awake. That's it, Hare, he hollered. From now on, I'll plant my own crops and take the tops, bottoms, and middles. Hare and his family scooped up the corn and hopped down the road toward home. Oh, what do you think about that? Bear's not sleeping. Bear never again slept through a season of planting and harvesting. Hare bought back his land with the profits from the crops, and he and Mrs. Hare opened a vegetable stand. And although Hare and Bear learned to live happily as neighbors, they never became business partners again. So Hare really did trick Bear, didn't he? He ended up getting all the good crops, and he sold the crops for money and bought back some land. Hare had some good ideas, but he was tricking Bear. What do you think Bear should have done? Maybe he should have stayed awake. Now this story is a story that we call fiction. Fiction means it's a made-up story. It can't really happen. Sometimes fiction stories can really happen, but haven't. But in this story, can this really happen? Do bears and hares talk and grow crops? I don't think so. This is a pretend story. It's a fiction story. Can you say that word with me? Fiction. Nice. We're going to read some more stories this week. Some that are fiction and some that are called non-fiction. That means it's something that really does happen. But today was a fun fiction story. We'll be doing some more work with some vegetables today. Very good job.